Now I say what the hell the fuck I want on this damn channel, especially when it comes to Esau. Now, like I said, I separate my content or whatever, but a lot of people have the tendency to want to keep you in a fucking hole. Like I grew up, and I can say what the fuck I want on this channel because I got several, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got several accounts, you know what I mean? And I keep all my content separate, y'all know what I'm saying? And so I'm start off with this motherfucking video. And I came from hold on, let me turn my damn camera back on for this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? This is let's see, let's try to turn this shit on and see what happens. It should come dead the fuck on. Okay. Now it's on. I don't know why this motherfucker tripping like this. But anyway, I grew up and I came from a family tree. No, I'm not gonna say from a family tree, but I'm gonna say I grew up to where I didn't even know how to read or write. I came a long fucking ways. Now I feel like I'm reading on a 12th grade level. And I had went and got me a GED damn book the other day. I went to the library around about this time. I was on my way there. And I wasn't gonna get the GED book, but I ended up getting the motherfucker. I just went and got it because my nephew, he's encouraging me is to get your education. And I look at this motherfucker acting a fucking fool. So what I'm gonna have to end up doing, just taking this thing up. This motherfucker ain't acting right. I don't know what's going on. This uh yeah, let me see what happens here. It should light the fuck back up. Okay, no, it ain't doing that yet. So you know what the fuck I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just take this motherfucker off here and just put the regular damn camera on this motherfucker right now. And then I'm gonna come back on here and talk about what I want to talk about. Because I really don't like doing videos and you can see me. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people do videos like that. Hold on. This motherfucker keep okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep it off of here. That lets you know this damn camera might be going fucking bad, bro. But I don't know. They good. They for a while, and I don't know. But I'm not even getting to the damn point. That's not the point of this video. But I grew up to where I was in the hospital, right? I was born with brain damage. My mother told me that. You know, she said, matter of fact, she said that my daddy said they fucked my baby up when I was in the hospital or whatever, some shit. And today, I feel like, well, I don't overcame a whole lot because reading, not knowing how to read and write and shit, that was some frustrating shit to me. But it seems like every time I get pissed off or mad or something and something bothers or bugs me and I say something that they don't like, you say something certain people don't like, they turn around and go into that, they shoot you down by trying to bring up your past and telling you that your understanding or my understanding is off. And I often wonder, why do people really do that? They feel the need to go into that attack mode, and they feel like just because they feel like you don't comprehend certain things, hell, what the fuck does that mean when you say your understanding is off? Understanding, that means off means you're not understanding something, you know. You're not understanding this here. Anybody's understanding can be the fuck off. You have a lot of our people is like that. Doing slavery, our under fucking standing was off. We had to adopt a whole nother language. We had to adopt a whole nother religion outside of our damn religion. We had to adopt the English language, which means that's the pilgrim's language. A pilgrim's language would be like something like an eagle. So we had to adopt to that shit. You know what I'm saying? But before the Europeans came over here, we wasn't speaking no fucking English. We were speaking supposedly be Aramaic. But now it's just like today. You look at 2021 going into 2022. In order to be able to be successful in this physical world, you got to have you got to have Esau's education. You got to go and you got to do this and that. You got to be able to do that. You know, God's customs are different. It's like today, you got to honor and obey their customs if you want theirs. Like if you want to drive a truck, you want to be a truck driver, you want to be all these different things. You got to go to the white supremacist school. You got to go to their school to get all of that. You see what I'm saying? You got to go to them for everything. You got to go if you want you thirst and you want a goddamn fresh bottle of water, supposedly be fresh if they ain't lying to us. You got to go and we got to buy water. We've been living off of government assistance our whole fucking life. You see what I'm saying? We've been living off of welfare, food stamps, and all that shit. Every black person know what food. This ain't nothing secret or like, oh, he's revealing our secret. Fuck no. Everybody know everybody get food stamps in the hood. We all getting it. If you look at a goddamn food stamp card, all the food stamp cards are made the fucking same. Every person of color. I know I'm not black because I don't call myself that shit. I just say I'm a man of color. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you want to call me. You know? Everybody in the hood know that everybody lived off of government assistance. We had what was called back in the day government cheese. Y'all know that shit, the wick that they give us? Government cheese. We grew up off of government. We grew up eating that shit. And that was the best shit to us because that's all we know. We didn't know what it was like is to live off of thousands of dollars. I never owned $1,000 at one time. And I'm 47 years old. And out of all of the 47 years of being on this planet, I never owned $1,000 at one time. I owned $20 at one time. Hell, we can't even get $20. We can't even, most of the time, as black people, and a lot of y'all gonna come on here saying, oh, he just complained. Why you complaining on camera? You can go out there and you can get it. Yeah, it ain't gonna be that easy neither. Like they had a man told me in a grocery store, which I love going in there, Save-A-Lot. He must have been about 70 something years old, 74, something like that. I'm gonna assume that's what he was. We was talking about Dollar Tree and how high the stores are. He was saying, yeah, Dollar Tree, they're going to go up $1 and probably about 25 cents more. I said, wow, oh man. I said, yeah, they high. You know, I said, it's really hard. And then he made a statement and said, well, you got to pay. If you don't pay, you don't do this and that. And I said, I felt it was kind of coonish. And I said, well, yeah, that law only applies to you and me. That's what I told him. I said, that law only applies to you and me. I said, as people of color, black folks, people of color and black people, so-called black people and people of color. Like me, I call myself just a person of color. That's it. A color, just a color, like in a crayon box or something. And when I said that, I noticed he just said, "Yep, you're right." But it was in such a way he couldn't argue. I said, "Yeah, that law only apply to you and me." And I guess he's like, yeah. Um, but anyway, with this thing about your understanding is all, what the fuck does that really mean? Why would you shoot a shot at me like that? Because I'm telling the truth and exposing the truth. You get offended over the truth. And I say something that's uncomfortable in your quote unquote eyes that you don't like, or I'm correcting you according to the Bible, or I'm saying something that like you eating all that damn swine. That swine is what that's the white man's food. That's the diet that they gave to the slaves. That's a law, a diet that they gave to our people. Why would you eat something that's gonna destroy you? You got diabetes now. I'm just making an example. I said you know what I mean? You got a whole bunch of sicknesses, but yet still you get mad at me for exposing. And then they'll turn around and go into that mode like they'll jump on the phone and try to pretend like they're handling business because they don't like what you said because what you said was some bullshit because they wanted to be on some bullshit because they don't like what you said. So they're going to say something to try to shoot a shot at you, to shoot you down by saying, oh, you was born with brain damage. Your understanding is off because you done pissed them off because you done told the truth. And they trying to do something to piss you off and say, well, I'm going to use this attack mode since I don't like what he said. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to use this attack mode. I'm going to say that his understanding is off or her understanding is off to try to get you pissed off so they can flip it and say you was wrong. But in essence, they was wrong. They trying to use that to attack you and they can't let go of the fucking past. I mean, they can't let go of what happened to you, how you was attacked. And when you call out the slavery mentality of how they slave into Esau, the so-called white man, and things of that nature, they don't like for you to call it out. They don't like for you to say anything about your nationality and all of that kind of stuff. This is your biblical nationality. That's a Puerto Rican. They would be from the tribe of Ephraim and all that kind of stuff. They don't want to have nothing to do with that. But when you try to show them and you tell them you can prove it, they'll turn around and act like they doing something else because you done pissed them off with the truth and they don't want to hear what you got to say. So therefore, if you try to correct them on it, then they gonna flip it some kind of way. They gonna flip it and be like and pretend like and try to manipulate what you said to make it seem like and use that psychology. They use word psychology on you and turn it on you instead of making it look like it's them. Instead of making it seem like is they'll try to twist the words and try to make it flip the words and make it seem like to cover they damn dirt up and flip it to make it seem like you was the problem. Now you looking at yourself, wow, I am the problem. No, it wasn't that you was the problem. They just manipulated what you said or tried to think that they can manipulate it to make it seem like something fucked up about you, want to say something like which goes back to the original thing that I just said about your understanding is all, and they'll use that to attack something that happened to you at birth to try to use it to say your understanding is all. When they in essence they in they fucked up ways and they own some other type of energy and they want to throw that shit out at you to make it seem like it's you because you was born with they call born brain damage and your understanding is off and this and that and the third when it's not really that's not even really true. You just done said something that you done exposed their ass and you done exposed the truth. So therefore now they want to throw that out at you. You see what I'm saying? They want to turn around and take and throw shit like that out of it. And when they do shit like that, I said, I got you. I said, I can see clean through it. Because what you're trying to do, you're trying to attack me with something from 1974 or 75, or what you say I was born with, because you don't want to hear the truth. Now you're throwing that out at me to trying to make it fucking seem like it's something fucking wrong with me when it's something wrong with your motherfucking ass. You see what I'm saying? But they ain't gonna go at the same time. They not gonna go around and attack Esau, the so-called white man, for going around doing a whole bunch of shit. You see what I'm saying? Raping kids and being pedophilia, and they ain't gonna call him out on his shit. They not gonna do that. They just gonna take and flip it. But when it comes to the so-called white man, they humble as a fucking flea lock. He can go out there just like they killed George Floyd. Nobody is standing up and nobody's saying that man that killed, that so-called white man, Caucasian man that killed George Floyd, saying that his understanding is off. But they quick to try to attack me, and I'm not their enemy, and I'm calling this shit out. But they quick to say that my understanding is off. But at the same time, Esau is the main one that's out there killing and raping, robbing, and killing folks and doing all kind of shit. And nobody's calling that out. All I'm doing is just getting my channel risk for calling out the truth. This is the way that our people has been conditioned. And a lot of our people still has a slave mentality mindset. You see what I'm saying? And you trying to wake their ass up. I'm not your enemy. I'm trying to warn you and wake you up out this truth. I mean, out your sleep. I can't be your enemy if I'm warning you about the enemy that's Esau, the so-called white man. That's the biblical name for the so-called Caucasian people. They are the devil that the Bible, they are the enemy that the Bible speaks of. They are the real enemies on the planet. And I'm telling the truth. And I'm getting my channel risk, video risk, or they'll try to take it down. They'll say something like, oh, your understanding is off. Your understanding is off. This is the way our people would do. Your understanding is off. But they ain't going to turn around and go call Esau out for killing our people. And every 28 hours, our people is losing their life at the hands of so-called white people. Zechariah chapter 11 and 5, it says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. That means they don't get charged for it. Nothing happens to them after they kill our people. No, nothing. Nothing happens to them at all. But our people is quick to say yes, sir, no, sir, to when it comes to the so-called white man. But their own people, they'll turn around and sit there and call them lame. They'll call them brain damage. His understanding is off. Why you won't say that about Esau? Esau is the main killer and the raper and the robber and the murder on the planet. But you're willing to attack me. And I'm not your enemy. I'm just warning you and telling you. That's fucked up. That's not right. It's not right at all. Your understanding is off. And then they say shit like, what you call it? What's this other word? Everybody's entitled to believe what they want to believe and this and that. I said, okay, I get it. I understand that everybody going to go and branch off and get and embrace different branches and follow different branches of this and that and the third. But I said, what about the facts? What about the truth? Everybody follow what they want, but there's only one truth. There's a many truths out there. There are a lot of truths out there. Which one do you follow? Yes, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. That's what they'll say. Okay, why nobody's saying everybody is everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but at the end of the day, everybody got to come up to the truth. Everybody has got to find the facts. At some point, why nobody's trying to look the facts up? Why is everybody why is everybody not looking up the facts? You don't never hear people saying that. Say, yeah, everybody's entitled, or I'm entitled to believe what I want to believe. I got an opinion, but the facts is out there. You don't never hear people say that. Yeah. But everybody is quick is to jump on the bandwagon and say, your understanding is off, your understanding is off, your understanding is off. What the fuck does that mean? So my understanding can't be too off for me to try to wake you up out of a deep sleep that you're in. Yeah. It seems like to me your understanding is off. You don't have no understanding. So what does that mean? Your understanding, when they say off, that means anybody's understanding. When you say, "Oh, I don't understand," can you help me to understand what it's talking about? When you understand and somebody break down to you what the deal is about, you're like, "Oh, I get it now." Your understanding is on. It's on. That means you get it. That doesn't. They trying to apply it to a negative term. Say that it has something to do with your deformed and all of that. Being deformed or retarded is too, and being your understanding being off, because everybody has a misunderstanding. You can't find that one person that is not a misunderstanding. You see what I'm saying? Anybody can misunderstand something. It has nothing to do with you being retarded. It's just mean that you don't understand, but they want to use it in a term in a way to say your understanding is off, and in trying to indicate that you are handicapped and you are you crazy or you fucked up in the head. What is the definition of crazy? There's a difference between being crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Love. I'm crazy. Passionate for the truth. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So let me turn this thing off. There's a whole lot going on, and I don't want